Go, go. Ranger Rabble. Go, go. Ranger Rabble.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 4 of Ranger Rabble. As always, Leo V over here, Kyle D. over there.
That's me. I'm Kyle D.
Hey,
Hi.
Happy
New Year, man.
Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas. All those good holidays to you.
Yeah, it is so good to, at least be able to keep up this way. Our schedules are so busy, we don't always get to see each other the way we want, but it's always good to be able to catch up this way.
I like how I have the purple lighting.
It's almost very appropriate, yes.
It's diabolical.
Ooh, I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Today, we are breaking down Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue.
Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue.
The signal is calling.
The planet is falling. The dangers will test you.
Better make it.
Lightspeed Rescue. Yo, that guitar solo.
I love how we always start with breaking down the theme song because, in my opinion, the theme song is what makes the series. Like, that's going to give you the feeling of how this series is going to be.
This intro just goes so hard, and I know we say that for all of the intros, but it's kind of like a staple of Power Rangers intros to just be that heavy hard rock ass-kicking intro where, okay, this is a kid's show, but we're also going to pull you in with some diesel music in the process.
I know Ron Wasserman only did up to season 3 of Power Rangers, so that was like Zeo.
Yeah, I'm not sure how far he made it into
but
those intros.
Whoever took over, I mean, they grabbed those reins and were like, I see you, Wasserman, check this shit out.
I see your Power Rangers, and I raise you.
But no, Wasserman is the OG for Power Rangers themes, and
100%.
Ron Wasserman, if you're watching this video anywhere, somewhere, I don't care where, but if you're watching this, hi. We love Power Rangers.
Shout out to you, man. Your music is the reason why anytime I hear an amazing guitar riff, I think of my favorite cartoons like X-Men or shows like Power Rangers.
That's right.
Yeah, because he was responsible for the classic. Yep. So the man, the myth, legend, Ron Wasserman. Shout out to you. So, yeah, today we are talking Lightspeed Rescue, and this was a very interesting season because it kind of took the series in a new direction. It was the first time where they didn't really call back to any of the Zordon era, anything previous. This was a new season that kind of did its own thing. So it was nice to see where they went with it. They brought back Lost Galaxy Rangers for the crossover, obviously, but that was the only real callback to any kind of previous eras.
And it was really cool to see them really put out the emergency services aspect too. Like everyone who was a ranger had some sort of background.
Yeah.
Carter was a firefighter. The Pink Ranger, I'm drawing a blank on her name.
Dana.
The Pink Ranger, Dana, thank you, was a paramedic.
Yep.
Joel Rawlings was Air Force.
He was like a stunt pilot.
Yeah. And what the hell is the Yellow Ranger's name? Oh my God.
Kelsey Winslow.
It was Kelsey?
Sure was.
Kelsey, she was what, search and rescue and a rock climber, or was she just a rock climber?
I don't know if she was search and rescue, but she definitely had some extreme sports and that kind of aspect where her agility definitely lent itself to rescuing.
Yes.
And Chad Lee, the Blue Ranger, he was the Aquaman.
Yeah, he was the whatchamacallit, the stunt guy with the whales.
Yes, at SeaWorld.
Chad Lee. That's the most dope name. What's up? My name is Chad Lee.
Chad Lee.
Power Ranger at your service.
So this season also was a first because it was a government sanctioned search and rescue team. It wasn't just 5 renegade teenagers who happened to be given powers. This was adults who were out in the real world and like had jobs and things and were just picked up by men in suits and were like, hey, come with us, we need your help, because some dum-dums decided to open up a sarcophagus that had demons in it and let the demons out. Who let the demons out? Wow.
Oh,
Did I really just instinctually do that?
Oh, no.
You lose! Good day, sir!
Wow.
We got you out of that cult, dude.
Bad.
Well,
But yeah,
no,
so
no.
some dum-dum
No,
let the
no.
demons out, and the demons are big villains for the season. And I have to say, other than Vipra's acting, which was fucking awful, she was the
Asian,
human,
right?
yeah, the human and vampire bat, yeah, because she was
And
kind of
Loki.
yeah, and Loki, and what else? We had Diabolico and Queen Banshira. They were kind of the main slew of villains that we had for the season. This season kind of really dove into the search and rescue thing. It was based on QQ Sentai Go-Go 5, which was similarly 5 teenagers who were adept at search and rescue. So they leaned very heavily on the Sentai footage for that aspect. A lot of it was very much Sentai footage.
Now, going back, you said these were adults. Was it ever confirmed they were adults, or were they like late teens, like 20s?
I don't know that it was ever said that they were teenagers, because like
They were not teenagers.
even late teens, you're not going to be a skilled firefighter and marksman the way that Carter was. So he definitely had some years of training, I would say, before we got to this point. So the Rangers are headed up by Captain Mitchell, who is Dana's father. And when the demons are released, he has this folder. So he's been like scouting out these people, waiting to kind of pounce on them. And this is all man-made technology in this season, which is another first. Usually it's some sort of alien or like mystic something or other. Now we just get, okay, like we tapped into the morphing grid. I don't know that they actually said that they tapped into the morphing grid, but I would say in any real sense of the gathering of Power Ranger powers, you have to tap into the morphing grid. The main scientist behind all of the technology is Miss Fairweather, who Joel immediately has a crush on. And I think we all did too.
I was saying, yeah, we all definitely had a crush on Miss Fairweather.
Just obey the order!
Miss Fairweather was a really great addition to the scientist in the command center, because it's great to see a badass woman doing badass things, and it was funny to watch Joel hit on her the entire season and get shut down miserably.
Yeah, well,
poor guy did not stand a chance.
No.
I will say some of the Zords for this season, there was again a decent amount of them. I think as the seasons kind of progressed, they leaned more heavily into the Sentai footage, and the Sentai footage was getting a little bit crazier with Megazords around this time. So that's why you ended up getting the regular Rescue Megazord, which was their 5 Zords that are all kind of designated to their Ranger, Firefighter, Aircraft, hose that shoots water, ambulance, and Haz Rescue. So it was like it was like a hazmat truck. They had the Rail Rescue that made the Super Train Megazord, and then
that was cool. That one was cool.
Yeah, that one was real dope. And then they had the Omega Megazord and the Omega Crawler, where it was all the Zords in like a spider formation, so they could like climb up and I guess do things in a different formation. This season I think was also really cool because the humans kind of set themselves up nicely. The demons couldn't get underwater, so they built themselves an Aqua base underwater, so like obviously you're going to be protected from anything that's happening. The demons kind of had the jump on Captain Mitchell in the sense, because 20 years before the Power Rangers were needed, Captain Mitchell ran into these demons the night that he lost his son. So he was in a car accident with his kids in the back seat, and his son was like hanging off a cliff, and he called out for help, and these demons showed up, and we're like, all right, cool, like, we'll help you, but we're going to take your son, and you're not going to see him until his 20th birthday. And Captain Mitchell was like, well, I clearly don't want my son to die, so I guess I'll take the help of these demons. So Ryan was secretly in their possession this whole time and was put under an evil spell, went in and stole the titanium morpher that Carter was playing around with, trying to get work. And this Ranger, the Titanium Ranger, is the first ever American exclusive Ranger.
Really?
Yeah, like they made this Ranger from scratch on their own. They were like, well, we need a 6th Ranger, so here we go. So that's
I loved the Titanium Ranger.
with like the hard shoulder pads.
Yeah. And the helmet was sick. And the morpher it was so cool. And I had one. I fucking had one.
As you should, because...
And then my parents did a yard sale, and it got mixed up in the process.
As it always does.
And now I can only find them for like $100-something on eBay.
Yep, anything from back then is not going to be easy to find. That's why I treasure all my Mighty Morphin stuff, even though it's all out of the box.
Yeah, same. They're all in storage.
Yeah. Boxed up, but one day they will live again.
Yes. Only this time bigger and better.
Megazordier.
See, again.
Every time.
Right to this.
With the addition of Ryan to the team, the Silver Ranger definitely added some extra firepower.
And not just that, but his backstory was dope too, with the tattoo on his back.
Right, because as he became a good guy, the demons are like, okay, you want to be a good guy and fucking leave us? Every time you morph, this cobra is gonna slither up your back until it kills you. I'm sorry, what?
Uh-huh.
All kid things are out the window now. We're like, okay, cool, we're just gonna kill you with a tattoo.
There's a simple explanation for that.
Yeah, it's called fuck you kids.
Fuck them kids. How did he end up breaking that spell? I forget. The villains were pretty solid this season too. Like, not just like the main villain, like the monsters and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, minus the batlings, which were like the putties for the season, and they were just...
Those were stupid.
They had another, an abundance of not just rescue, like the regular vehicles, but they had the little like Jeep that they used to get around in. They had the trans armor cycles and like that random sidecar that you could like have somebody sitting and like shoot some shit. And then this season's Battlizer essentially was the motorcycle that just came out into different pieces and would sit on different parts of the Red Ranger.
Okay, so it's skis. His hands are the dual cannon blasters. His shoulders are the tires on their sides, and his chest piece is the fairing of the motorcycle.
Oh, that's right. This was when we got random skis. The wheels on his shoulders are just obnoxious.
Yes.
And the handlebar looking guns as giant weapons on his hands just looks too much.
And now looking here, the Blue Ranger and the Green Ranger have one as well.
Yes, that is also true. This was one of the only seasons that gave other colors an option for a Battleizer.
That's fucking sick.
But again, not yellow and pink. So, sorry, ladies, you're not special enough to get a Battleizer.
I think Lightspeed Rescue tried to be the same kind of like dark and emotional season like Lost Galaxy and In Space were, but it tried too hard to do that. It wasn't a generic like, wow, this sucks. It was very forced, in my opinion.
I rewatched this season, I want to say a couple months ago, and I remember actually enjoying it. Like the way the story played out, it wasn't. It didn't feel like Lost Galaxy, where it was kind of like all over the place story wise. Like, oh, why do we even have a Lost Galaxy? Let's wait 45 episodes until we even mention it. Like, they were always saving somebody. There was always some sort of rescue happening. They definitely played to the Rangers' strengths as humans, where it didn't necessarily feel like they were given superpowers, more of an extension of what they already had. So it was like, okay, you're good at doing this. Let's just bump you up from like a level 3 to a level 50. But I would definitely say that overall as a team, for 5 not teenagers to come together and form a team that I would say was very cohesive. They definitely worked well together. There was not a Ranger that like pulled the team down necessarily. I would say they occasionally gave Kelsey some dumb moments where it was like, what are we doing? But also she was definitely way more badass than I would say Yellow Rangers up until this point had been.
It was a good. I enjoyed it more as a kid than I do now as an adult. I watched a little bit of it and I was like, this is a lot cheesier than I thought it was. And I felt like they were forcing the drama on us rather than just letting it build. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
like the way Lost Galaxy, it started off okay, and then a little bit of drama here, then right back to action. All of a sudden, boom, Magna Defender, Mike's back. All this drama. Kendricks is dead. More drama.
Yeah,
and now we're happy. Like that's that's what
there was definitely not as much of that for lack of a better term, telenovela, like Mike's dead, shit, now he's back. Kendricks is dead, shit, now we gotta replace her. I will say that while it was different, I feel like we didn't need as much extra drama, because like demons causing a mess and having to save people, you're always going to have a story in that. So it's really just a matter of finding a way to destroy the demons, which they eventually end up doing. And Mariner Bay is finally demon free. Overall though, this season definitely I would say is like a solid 6-7 out of 10. The morph itself was really cool too. Like it wasn't like an overly done like crazy thing. It was just a Lightspeed Rescue. And then I really kind of liked how they came through the wall of like the shield of their color, which was like, matched whatever was the stripy pattern on their chest. So that was always really cool to just see them kind of like step through something, as opposed to what we had gotten in the past, which was very like CG suits come on you kind of thing. So it was different way of approaching the morphs.
Titanium Rangers morph was dope too.
Yeah, he like flew up through it
Yeah, he
while
put his hands up like that, and it like came down over him.
and then everybody else was horizontal through
Yeah,
it. So
that
it
was
was cool that they kept at least the same kind of motif, just in the other direction.
Mhm.
Overall, Captain Mitchell, I would say, not the worst mentor. Definitely was a tough love kind of guy. He was not just gonna like sugarcoat things and be like,
Mhm.
great job, guys, but we got to do this now. He was like,
Yeah.
no shit, like if you fucked up, you fucked up. This is how we're doing things. Listen to my
Mhm.
orders. Don't go off script. Follow my lead. I'm in charge.
I wasn't wrong.
Of course you were.
No, it was. I liked how they had like more of a human mentor this season.
Yeah, this was the again the first time that the human side of taking over and actually having access to
Yeah.
the morphing grid kind of made it more accessible. So that is Lightspeed Rescue.
What season would that be considered?
Okay, well, I consider anything Mighty Morphin to be season 1. I know they break that into like 3 seasons, but Mighty Morphin, Zeo, Turbo, In Space, Lost Galaxy. So this would be 6.
Okay, so for 6 seasons in, I respect that.
And again, this was the first time where they went completely out of the Zordon era and kind of started their own thing, where it wasn't a mystical force kind of brought us all together. Like, no, we are the humans and we know how to take care of shit too.
Mhm. Yeah. Trying to think, what should we do? Should we do Ninja Storm next?
Next, I really want to talk about the 2017 movie because it has been a minute since I've seen that one, and I think we can bring Tom in for that one too.
Yes. Okay.
So we can do a little crossover episode of our own.
It's a more phenomenal crossover.
Ranger Rabble, no late fees. No
Ranger
Rabble
Rabble.
fees.
No Rabble fees.
Yeah, so I think next episode we'll definitely bring out the 2017 movie, but after that, we can definitely do Ninja Steel because that was
No, Ninja Storm.
Ooh, okay, Ninja Storm.
Ninja
Let's go.
Storm.
Okay,
Yes.
that
Because
that was another great season.
that was the first season that started off with 3 Rangers only,
Oh yeah, that's right.
and the first male Yellow Ranger.
Who is also on my list of top 5 Yellow Rangers. If you haven't seen that, check out on the channel because we have a list of pretty much top all colors at this point. Yeah, so if you have enjoyed yourself here at Ranger Rabble, make sure you like and subscribe. We are putting these out pretty much all the time now. So like if you missed one, check out the playlist. You can check them all out one at a time and just binge through them like your favorite Netflix show.
Exactly. We're your favorite nerd show. It's cool. We get it. We understand.
You know, and at this point, you don't even have to pay a subscription fee for us. It is free to subscribe.
Yeah.
Right down there.
Free
Just
to
click it.
subscribe. We're really fun, I promise.
Kyle, it's always great to talk Rangers with you.
You as well, my friend. May the power protect you.
And you as well. Ready?
Ready.
Lightspeed
Rescue.
Later.
Later.